Hey everyone, so we are down in Fort Lauderdale. We drove down here from Orlando last night and we went and just kind of explored a couple of areas, went and got dinner at Tommy Bahama Marlin Bar. We are about to head over to the cruise port because we are going on Celebrity Infinity, and we'll probably leave in about 10 minutes or so. It's almost 10 o'clock and everything is changing. The whole cruise industry, everything is up in the air still and changing in the moment, but as of right now, you need a COVID vaccine still to get on the cruise, and then you need a negative test if your sailing is 5 nights or is over 6 nights or longer. So 5 nights and less, you just need a vaccine but no COVID test. Other cruise lines have come out and are dropping the COVID vaccine entirely, but that won't start till September 5th. And Celebrity is one of those that will be doing that for cruises leaving out of LA to Mexico and then over in Europe, except for I think Iceland. The cruises out of Fort Lauderdale yet are not, and I think that's because some of the Caribbean islands are still kind of requiring certain vaccines and certain measures in place, so they haven't dropped it here, but I think it'll probably come pretty soon. Anywho, so right now we're going on this ship. We did need a vaccine and we did need to get a negative test. Those I think will be going away pretty soon. We're gonna head over there and then we'll show you guys what this cruise looks like. If you're interested in what to pack, I'm gonna put a little link right there for one of our previous cruises.
So we're leaving the hotel right now. We're headed over to the cruise port. I think we should be able to get on the ship pretty darn soon. We stayed at the same place we did for our first cruise when we got engaged, the Homewood Suites. Our second cruise, we did not stay at a hotel because we only live a couple of hours away, but just for ease this time, we didn't want to leave in the morning and drive down. We wanted to already be here. So yeah, headed over to the cruise port. There are 2 Celebrity ships right next to each other. We're not sure which one we are, but
I think the first one right here.
Yeah, I think it's the first one. We made it, we parked, it didn't take too long. It's only 10:30 a.m. and now we are headed off to the ship.
We drove over from our hotel to the cruise terminal. Only took about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes to get there. And then
Don't go to the airport.
You don't go to the airport. Stay to the left, not the right. And then there was a backup because there was they brought a sheriff over. I think somebody was trying to get into the port that shouldn't have been in there. We got in, we parked, we got on the ship, and then went through security. Between parking and getting on, it took 30 minutes, but getting through security and waiting only took about 5. The ship wasn't quite ready yet. So then when we were there, we showed them our passport and our documents. They said, have any of your questionnaires changed? I said no. Awkward cut there. The cruise director came on with a really loud announcement. So they just scanned the passport and then asked us if any of our questionnaire 3 questions had changed, but leading up to the cruise we said no, and we got on. They didn't ask for our vaccination card. They didn't ask for our negative test. However, my other people were with us, they got asked if they had a negative test. So I think it's something they're kind of starting to phase out. Probably was supposed to be asked. We got on without it. And then we waited 15-20 minutes and we were brought on the ship and then went and got some food, sitting at Al Baccio now having a coffee. Off to the pool next.
We just went ahead and grabbed a burger from right over there, and we're gonna go just check out the view and hang out at the pool for a little bit. We went to the pool for a little bit. It's been almost 5 hours now since we got on the ship. Everyone around us seems to have gotten their luggage. We still do not have our luggage, and we didn't get our room keys. So we had to go down to guest relations and sort that out. They're trying to find our luggage, and our room keys we had to get printed, but we are back at the room now. For this trip, interestingly, we decided to get the little Apple AirTag so we could actually track where our luggage was so that we know where it is. And mine's apparently not even on the ship yet. We'll see when it gets here, but we're getting close to dinner time, so I hope that we're able to get it. It's now 4:18, we're in the solarium. The ship is moving now, and yeah, we finally are pushing off right now. Our bags were found. Mine, apparently the luggage tag got pulled off of, and then Ryan's got sent to the wrong room. So they had to track both of them down and get them over to us, but at least we got them, so we gotta get changed before dinner, which we are going to head to in just a little bit.
Apple AirTags. We at least knew that they were, one was over the water and one that showed like right on the side of the pier, so we knew that they were like not in the terminal. So Apple AirTags.
Recommend those. We were departing from right over there just a couple months ago.
So behind us over there is what we normally have showed you, which is where the high-rise condo buildings are and people waving. But over here on this side, which I'm going to flip it around to, you guys will see what the other side of the port looks like. So this would be the port. We just started from over here. This is where the cruise ships have been the last couple times. There's a little bit of an inland area. There's an oceanography center right here. And then we just go through this little strait right here and straight out to the ocean. And then we're going to head that way down south. And we're doing the Western Caribbean this time. In case you ever wondered how close Fort Lauderdale, Miami, pretty close, pretty close. So we just made it back from dinner, ate at Blue, and we're just looking off in the distance. The sun's starting to kind of set, and you can see Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and then there's a couple of the islands of the Florida Keys. Super pretty. Water is flat. It's pretty dark out on our deck right now, but we have some unfortunate news. As we were sailing, I don't know, maybe 30-ish minutes ago, captain came over the announcement and said that there was a medical emergency, so we headed back to Miami. We're not going to go into port, but we're going to have another ship pull up alongside us. They're going to get the medical emergency off, and then we'll continue on our way. It doesn't affect anything for us in our day, but it's just an unfortunate thing for the people involved. Only talking about it because it's also just interesting to note the way that they would handle an emergency like that. They, since we were close to the U.S. still, we were just maybe, I don't know, a few miles away, so we just turned about and they're going to come and pick them up.
You can see the little boat coming for our medical emergency. They're really flying, going pretty quick, which is good.
You can see lights are on now. Just turned a spotlight on. Just made the transfer. Ship's pushing off now, and they're gonna race back over here, back over there into Miami. So it happened to be on our side of the ship. There were other people out there watching it too, went down to lower. We thought we would kind of highlight it, not in the sense that somebody had an issue, because that's horrible and we wish the best for them. And it's not a way that anyone wants to start their cruise or have it happen on their vacation anyway. We just thought we would kind of highlight how they would get to you and the way that they get you back and stuff. And because it's not something that happens all the time, and it's not something that is talked about. So we just thought we'd show you guys what they did and how they came up to the side of the ship. We're filling out, I almost said filming again, but we're not filming out, we're filling out our breakfast. So we've not really done this on as a couple, but you can fill this out, put it outside by 2 a.m. and then pick your delivery time, and there's everything from 6 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. and they can deliver some breakfast. So we're gonna see what that's like. So after a pretty good night's sleep, woke up, we're in Key West now, and got a phone call. Breakfast is on the way. We haven't done this before, so we're gonna see what room service breakfast looks like. Just knocked on the door, brought us a tray, some juices. She got bacon and some assorted pastries. Here's Key West. This is our side of the ship. The other side's got an island and some boats. You can see way out there, kind of in the distance, right out here, there's someone that's attached to one of the boats. I don't know what it's called, but they're attached to the boats, and they've got the parachute out, so they're up there. There's a couple on the other side. I'll film there. You got two nice yachts in the port.
It is 8:30 a.m. We've been here for about half an hour, stopped to get breakfast, and we just got off. We are at Key West. Gonna go check it out a little bit. Never been here. Walking around by these shops here, we've noticed that they do not open until 11. So I guess we're just gonna walk around, not really go shopping, but that's all good. We're not gonna go in, but there's a little museum over here. I do definitely recommend, if you're coming down here, try to walk around earlier in the morning and possibly go to the beach or go swimming later in the day, because it gets really hot and humid. So yeah, definitely go out in the morning. It's also very quiet.
Yeah, really quiet, a lot of great shade right now.
Yeah, it's great. First millionaire here in Florida. This is the gate for the lighthouse that we just saw. 88 steps to the top, it looks like.
As we're walking around Key West, there's a lot of different museums, everything from the lighthouse to Ernest Hemingway, and then there's a lot of other historical buildings about the cigar industry here, the oldest school, just a lot of different places you can go and look in, and they all range anywhere from I think about $12 to like $18, $20, but yeah, you could definitely take up some time and do some stuff. We've made our way to Duval Street, which is the main street here in Key West, kind of where everyone makes their way to. Church behind me, a lot of old historic buildings. This one here was an old schoolhouse, the oldest one on the island. It's just really pretty. We just decided to walk in the Starbucks right here on the corner. Wanted to see if they maybe had like a cool like mug or something. And they did have a pretty cool Florida Keys mug, but it was also worthy of noting because it had a little sign up that said the furthest southernmost Starbucks in the US, which I guess makes sense seeing how south we are, but still pretty cool. These tree roots are really impressive here. Really, really impressive. So when you're in Key West, key lime pie.
Ryan stopped and went ahead to get a key lime pie. We got the original, but they had a bunch of different flavors.
Yeah, they had cheesecake, they had coconut, there was others, but we thought might as well try the original.
We're back on the ship, just took a shower. We're looking out our balcony right now at all the places we went. And we went all the way over there to that lighthouse, all the way back over here, up through here, a little ways back, all the way to this side. So it's kind of cool to see it from your balcony and see how far you actually went. Not a very big area, but pretty nice port.
So Maddie asked for ice cream, didn't get her ice cream. Instead, she had just mentioned Jell-O sometimes is fun about a couple days ago, so I found Jell-O. She had just said cornbread sounds good, so I got jalapeno cornbread, key lime pie because we're in Key West, and then brownies with like s'more style. So like we went all out. But the one thing she asked for we didn't get because we're gonna go do that later. Key West is right behind us. I don't think it'll ever do it the justice. The color of this water is just gorgeous. But this is Tank Island, and that's Wisteria Island. And then you'll see planes are coming right in overhead. People are playing out in the water. Really pretty.
We hung out at the pool for a little bit. We are now at the Rendezvous Lounge. We're getting a quick beverage before we head over to dinner, and that wraps up our day at the port. We are going to be pushing off very soon.
So they just brought our bread. Tonight we had a sesame seed flat bread, a multigrain, a French baguette, and then 3 different types of butter: sweet corn, peas, and then regular butter. Even though that looks like wasabi, it's not. And then our view.
We just stopped at El Baccio to get our second dessert, and I got a hot chocolate and I got cake. Ryan, what'd you get?
Peanut butter cookie, lemon meringue tart, and another coffee. Head hurts a little bit.
A little bit of a headache, so we're trying caffeine.
Loud music is great.